laptop.
Wait. Recent maintenance.
The most recent request.
It's been
was to
quieter
remind
around here
you
ever since
that
Vladimir
you
went to
should
live on the
cut
eye
back
full time.
on spicy food. You said this while you were eating an entire tray of spicy chunks. So, I was instructed to remind you before the next time.
Yeah. I mean, no, not that one. What did I say before that one?
You said remember to check on the experiment. The one
right.
that might explode.
I was afraid you were going to bring that up
No,
again.
No, that...
Very well.
What about
Let's
the one
see if
before
I
that?
embarrass
You
myself or
showed
not.
me a picture
My
of a
colleagues,
planet with multiple
I
pictures
venture out into the darkness of
associated with
space once again.
orbiting bodies. You
Many
said
of you have
this
expressed
planet
concern.
might hold the key to
At my
understanding
age,
the
you
nature
say?
of-
Surely the
That's it.
risks are too
I
great.
remember what it was
Surely
now.
Sebastian Banks has earned a rest.
Where am I gonna find
Nonsense,
spicy
I say.
Barrett, I
To
must
go out
remind
into
you,
the unknown,
Not now,
to
Vasco.
brave the possibility
This
of
is
never
science.
coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate my soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since. I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. I do have other things that require my attention, you know. I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything you can't handle. I'd like to test that theory. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested? Of course, now that I know you're interested. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. R&D needs to happen first whenever work starts on a new project. It's a natural stalling point since we need to make so many big decisions. In this case, we're talking about looking at our existing fleet of ships and using data we've gathered to see what consumers want. But of course, each member of the R&D team can interpret that data to suit their own confirmation bias. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing here. I did not Part of the problem is that my designers seem to be having trouble agreeing on a plan. I should mention that you're not there to make design decisions. You're there to get the project back on track and help guide them. So, ideally, you're not adding to the problem. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down. Hello
As
there,
much as I
Vasco.
love uncovering your
Greetings,
questions,
Walter
I wouldn't mind if
Stroud.
you answered.
How
Ever
may
since
I
I got
assist
here,
you?
this has felt like home.
No, I don't
These
need
people are
anything.
family.
Just,
I hope it feels
checking
that way
in.
for you too. You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before? Yeah, well, I'm worried whether or not it's okay. It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now. I don't know. Are any of us? I was able to focus on the memorial, but now that's over. And I'm just left... lost. How do we get here? From a harmless scientific anomaly to being hunted. What do we do? I know. And that should make it easier. But right now, it's just really hard. Great, let's see what you have. Stay safe, okay?
Noel, whenever you're bored, I've got a seat in the ship with your name on it.
I don't know. I have a lot of work to do.
What are you working on? Don't mind me asking.
Analyzing some of Sarah's recent data from the field. We're going to collaborate on a study.
She doesn't know you're working this hard, does she?
I've always worked hard. That was the only way that I could get here. My work is all I have. No wealth, no connections. My timing is all wrong.
You've earned the right to be here.
Maybe I'll take you up on that seat sometime. After I get some more work done.
I'm expecting big things from you with this ship project. At this point, I don't care what you have to do to get that project back on track. Within reason. It's hard not to feel some regret, even some blame. No one is individually responsible, but I am the one paying the bills. But at least now, we really know the stakes. What we might lose if we go forward, and I think we need to go forward. Agreed. We stop now, and they win. I'm not accustomed to losing. Constellation needs to see this through, no matter what. Until next time.
Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficiently if you bring me on board.
So Ellie contacted me about the case. Same. I was beginning to get worried since we hadn't heard from her. But that's interstellar communication for you. Anyway, we have a verdict. Irvin's record will be expunged on account of his death occurring before the trial ended. It's a technical victory, but we'll take it. We can't change the system that made this happen, but I'm glad we tried. Already did, of course. And a third of the settlement. Just made sense considering how much she did for us. And speaking of the settlement, I divided it into equal portions for me, you, Ellie, and expenses. Here's your share. And I sold the apartment. So here's the bonus from that after taxes. I gave my portion to Ellie so she could fund other cases. So there it is. I guess it's over. Ellie tried to convince the judge to dismiss Helge's conviction from years ago as well. But the judge didn't think that was warranted. Helge was having a rough time. We tried, but he didn't make it easy. Also, well, so I gave Helge a bit of money. Enough to leave Gagarin if he wanted, just in case. Until somebody changes the laws there, this will be just a bump in the road for them. Ellie is going to keep digging into them, and now that she's seen this tactic, she may be able to find a pattern. There it is. I guess I needed to actually hear someone say it. Case closed. Whew. Finally. It's not lost on me that you've encouraged me to pursue this investigation from the beginning, you know. I appreciate your support more than you can imagine. Thanks, Captain. I'm glad you haven't changed your mind on working with others after all this. A long time ago, you talked about valuing teamwork. You really meant it. Don't tell the others. But I was having a hard time focusing because of all this trial stuff. So thank you for helping with that. As close as we've gotten? I believe that. Usually Vasco's the only one I trust. Granted, he's programmed not to blab. With you, no special protocols required. Anyway, I'm just glad we got everything settled with Irvin's case. It was just one loose end in a universe full of them. But I'm glad it's tied. Oh, good. Story time. Love it.
You have my attention.
Sweet pea.
Well, I'm okay, but I'd be a lot better if...
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you say?
Hello.
What is something amiss? Yes?
Hello. Yeah. Yes?
Okay. Hello. Juan's protective of her crew. A long time ago, we lost a member. So if she seems a little flighty, it's because she's looking out for us. Howdy.
I was a UC pilot before getting discharged. They say dishonorably, but that's debatable.
SY-920 is a regular stop for all of us. Fair warning, security in there is pretty crazy.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in the gaps. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it.
Yes?
All right. Then get
What?
comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grab drive. All systems go.
We'll graph jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Juan Daiyu,
Hey.
cargo class ship ID UC-7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
Pardon. Hello.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. Only military personnel are allowed out of the cargo area. That's why we need to get you to the barracks to find you a uniform. Provided you haven't sounded the alarm, then yeah, like I said, if you can find an intercom, I'll keep a channel open. This is a star station, so there are plenty of ventilation ducts you can slither into. As far as tactics go, it's an oldie, but goodie. Very funny. But if you do get into trouble, try and use that quick wit to your advantage. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Nobody can stop the Crimson Fleet.
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks. Do your job, keep your head down, and we won't have trouble.
upgrading security here is one of Commander Natara's big initiatives.
Dropping some cargo off? We don't get a lot of transports to this station. Hey.
make this quick.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Security's gotten so tight lately. I was thinking of sneaking over to the mess hall, but now there's no
I've
chance.
heard the engineers say Dr. Vogel's an AI. I guess that's their way of saying he's smart.
Things were a little too loose under Commander Woods.
SY-920 Marines are handpicked.
Just gone. And the last time I was here, the security was laxer. Still takes some getting used to.
I hope we don't do any more drills today. We've been asked to tighten security on this station. Orders are orders.
This won't end well for you.
Give that big mistake!
There's rumors Commander Natara was brought on to investigate that, Commander. 2 weeks later, she's in charge.
Hey.
That's not yours. Hey, who's there? Go on.
Just gotta remember to bend the knees.
That's not yours.
Excuse me.
There's a pickpocket!
We need a lot of cargo to keep a station this size running.
What's the serial number of that shipment we got yesterday?
Let me see. UC 38302.
Wait, 38302. Not 5.
Looks like.
Can't be serious. This is the third time this week we've got errors in the sorting. And are you going to explain it to brass when their shipment of rifles gets replaced with a box of forks? Send it back.
Howdy. Yes? let me see. UC 38302.
Wait, 38302, not 5.
Looks like. Let me see. UC 38302.
Wait, 38302.